So this is quite an interesting look. This is my old traditional stuffing box that I've taken out of my boat. It's relatively new. Well, the hose is new, a year or two old. The bronze stuffing box itself is quite old, probably 30 years old. I think it's original to the boat. You know, works well. But it does, does put moisture in your bilge. It's designed to leak a little bit. That's what helps keep the packing cool and lubricated. It's kind of a fail-safe thing. I mean, look at the thickness of that hose. As long as your hose clamps are double clamped really well and your shaft log that it sticks to is good, it's kind of idiot proof. I do worry about wear on the shaft a little bit. And again, there's moisture in the bilge. It took me a while to get this thing dialed in this summer. I had way too much water coming in when the shaft was spinning. I mean, it was flinging water off of it, actually. Finally got it dialed in, and it didn't seem too hot. And it didn't put out a lot of water, but it did drip a little bit. So anyway, that was what was on the boat. I decided to order a Volvo, they call it a rubber stuffing box. It uses a lip seal on the shaft, and that's it. Now it's a little more robust than I thought. When I opened this up today, you can see how thick the rubber is. So it's not real thin material, which is good. And inside, if I can show it, it's almost like the wear grooves that you would see in a cutlass bearing. Kind of. So the water can go in here through these channels, I guess, just like in a cutlass bearing, to get all the way up to the end, but it doesn't pass by the lip seal. And the lip seal is packed with some grease that comes with it, and that's about it. This pretty beefy clamp. Get it on there. That pretty beefy clamp there clamps it down onto the fiberglass shaft log. The shaft protrudes through there and through the seal. So before I bought the Volvo shaft seal, I did separate the coupling from the transmission. I pressed the coupling off the shaft. I took the stuffing box off, and I checked the condition of the shaft, particularly where this runs. Now that I know how short that is, I really shouldn't have been too worried, because I'm pretty sure there would be no reason for there to be wear on the shaft way down here. But I did all that just to make sure that before I spent $122 for this thing, why it would, the shaft was smooth and not worn. It's a relatively new shaft, a couple years old, so I wasn't overly worried. But anyway, I'm anxious to try the new Volvo lip seal, see how it works on my non-Volvo boat. It'll free up my engine bilge a little bit, because I won't have this big clunky thing in there now. I'll just have this little part sealing the shaft, and hopefully no water in it. So I'm going to paint the bilge before I put all this back in. Get it nice and pristine, and then reassemble everything, and hopefully have a dried bilge this next season. Thanks for watching. Well, the project work continues on Tally Ho. So today, they fitted my new Volvo dripless shaft seal. You can see it right there. Feels really tight. Fits good. While I was at it, I also threw a quick coat of mold inhibiting paint on in the bilge there. I had some water spray last year that kind of grew some mold, so I'm trying to clean that up a little bit. Our next step will be to fit the coupling back on and get everything secured, but for right now I just wanted to make sure that the new dripless would fit. Looks like it fits well. Doesn't take up nearly as much room as the old stuffing box, which I showed on the video yesterday, comparing the two. So that's that project is winding down, I would say. All right, so just a quick picture of our new dripless shaft seal. Looks like he's working pretty good. See a few drips down there. I'm not sure what that's from, but could be from anything, I suppose. I'll dry it up later and make sure, but spinning freely. So just to show my Volvo dripless shaft seal in action. I'm under sail now, and you know, she's dry. She's letting the prop shaft spin freely, no problem. It's clean down here for a change. Looks great. Really, really happy with it.